Because he was poor, Rakesh was chased away from the police station by the inspector. But 5 years later, something happened that forced that same inspector to beg for forgiveness at the boy's feet. So friends, let's learn about this inspiring story. Rakesh lived in Sheepur village with his father. His mother passed away when he was very young, so he stayed with his father, who was extremely poor. But from childhood, Rakesh had a great interest in studying, and his father, despite hardships, taught him. Even though it was extremely difficult, his father wanted to raise him to be a good human being. However, they barely had enough to eat. Rakesh's father cultivated crops on someone else's land, and whatever he earned from it sustained their household. But how long could this continue? Rakesh's studies required a lot of money, which his father couldn't fully provide. After Rakesh scored excellent marks in his secondary exams, he started tutoring others. With the money he earned from tutoring, he bought 5 goats. These goats essentially paid for his tuition. At the same time, he studied diligently. His goal was to study hard and secure a good job, because his father could no longer struggle so much. All of Rakesh's earnings went toward his education, yet his father, even in his old age, continued to cultivate crops on other people's land just to ensure they had enough to eat. Rakesh tried to stop him, but his father didn't listen. He knew if he stopped working, Rakesh wouldn't be able to continue his studies. Then Rakesh would have to work harder, and his interest in studying would gradually decline. Despite his hardships, Rakesh's father kept farming on others' land. Rakesh studied hard on just 1 meal a day. Soon he completed his higher secondary exams and achieved results far beyond anyone's expectations. Even students attending 4 or 5 tutoring classes in the region didn't perform as well as him. He hadn't even gone to any tutoring himself. His success was purely his own effort. Everyone admired him. But then, a misfortune struck. One of his 5 goats went missing. Everyone knew how valuable a goat was. Rakesh had planned to sell the goats after they grew up to fund his higher education. But now one was missing, which could have earned him at least 16,000 rupees, a huge amount for them. After searching all day without success, Rakesh returned home in tears. Then a small boy came and told him, Rakesh Dada, your goat has been stolen by the village chief's son. I saw it happen. Hurry to their house. Without a second thought, Rakesh took his father and went crying to the chief's house. He saw the goat being prepared for a picnic with cooking underway. Rakesh shouted in tears, How dare you steal my goat? The chief's son arrogantly retorted, How dare you, a poor boy, come here and speak so boldly? Where's the proof that I took your goat? The small boy who had witnessed the theft confirmed it. He said he saw the chief's son taking the goat away on a bike. The chief's son mockingly admitted, Yes, I took your goat. If you have the power, punish me. Leave now. We're having a picnic. Got it? The house's watchman then physically threw Rakesh, his father, and the boy out. Rakesh cried, thinking, They won't be able to fight back because they're poor, and yet the chief's son has committed such a grave injustice. Rakesh told his father, Let's go to the police station. The goat is worth a lot. We'll file a complaint, and hopefully the police will listen and punish them. They'll also return the money we could have earned by selling the goat. They rushed to the police station, accompanied by the boy. Rakesh informed the inspector, Sir, our goat has been stolen. The inspector laughed and said, You couldn't catch a thief, and now a goat got stolen? Rakesh replied, Sir, the goat is worth 16,000 rupees. I work hard to study, and that money would have gone toward my higher education. Please ensure we get the money for my goat. The inspector laughed and said, All right, fine. Who stole your goat? Rakesh explained that the chief's son did, and the boy witnessed it. The inspector, silent, seemed to call the chief. Then he told Rakesh, Take 2,000 rupees and leave. No further case will be filed. Rakesh protested, Sir, the goat is worth 16,000. Why only 2,000? Please punish them. They admitted stealing it, and there's proof. The inspector ignored him. Rakesh, wiping his tears, said firmly, If you don't give me the full money, I won't leave. You are the police. You should protect us, yet you favor powerful leaders. The inspector got angry and started pushing them out. He threatened Rakesh, "How dare you speak back in my police station? If you want to survive, leave now, or I'll make sure you never get a job or continue your studies. One stain and your education is over." Rakesh, standing up through his tears, said, "Today you have power, and you're pushing us away. But I promise that one day I will make sure you regret it, especially you." The inspector laughed, threatened again, and tried to intimidate him. Rakesh left without crying, but his father was in tears. He lamented how, because they were poor, no one helped them. The father realized that Rakesh's determination was unbreakable. Rakesh said, "I don't want a small job anymore. I'll get a job so big that everyone thinks twice before talking to me. I'll show that not everyone is equal. Some police officers are corrupt, but I will make sure they are punished." Rakesh sold one goat, bought UPSC study materials, and enrolled in college because graduation was required for the UPSC exam. He planned to study intensely for 3 years before taking the exam. Both Rakesh and his father worked tirelessly, though Rakesh insisted his father needn't overwork. Soon Rakesh completed graduation and filled out his UPSC application. Within months, the preliminary exam notice came. He passed prelims on the first attempt, surprising everyone. He continued to study intensely for mains. Thanks to his efforts and guidance, Rakesh cleared mains. For interviews, he sold 3 more goats and enrolled in a good institute in Delhi for mock interviews. On the interview day, he was asked which post he preferred. He chose IPS over IAS, explaining, "I had a big personal incident. I want to become an IPS officer to punish corrupt police officers who accept bribes and favor leaders. My main goal is to put them on the right path. Of course, I'll also serve the public, but my primary aim is this." A few months later, Rakesh cleared the IPS selection. He knelt at his father's feet, tears in his eyes. "Father, I succeeded for you." A grand ceremony was held in Shibpur village to honor him. Even the inspector who once humiliated him attended. When Rakesh stepped out of the IPS vehicle, the inspector's hands trembled with fear. He fell at Rakesh's feet, begging for forgiveness. Rakesh helped him up, saying, "You wronged me, but thank you. Without that, I might not be here today. But if I ever see you or any officer taking bribes or committing injustices, you will regret it." Rakesh left and silently resolved to reform police behavior across the state. He wanted society to know that not all police are corrupt and that they too can be protectors and truly good people.